Here the freak we go again. Here the freak we go again. I'm making coffee, but like I'm telling you the story of like deja vu. Now we have Smith versus Wayfarer. Yep, a new lawsuit in the Wayfarer universe. But this one is like ouch. Ouch. Because this lady Smith, okay? She is in a protected category because she's over 40. She is African American and Muslim. So, she's also talking about like discrimination against race and religion and stuff like that. But then she chose to work at a Baha'i place. Okay? That is undisputed. It looks like she feels like, well, they promised me that I was going to be here, job security and stuff like that. Let's read the fact statement because I don't want to like be misspeaking. She's like, recruiting plaintiff aggressively from her place of employment with promises of high wages and advancement with a sunset at Wayfarer Foundation of at least 15 years. So I feel like why is the problem here? Like she wasn't like discriminated against because of her race. She was actually like, they were like, hey, come join us. Regardless of faith, regardless of your race, come join us. Like she says aggressively, they recruited her aggressively. Good. They really wanted you. And I don't know. The whole about like, they promised that this wouldn't go like down. Who has the ability to promise that tomorrow crap won't go sideways and things happen? Blake Lively happened, ma'am. In my opinion, allegedly. But also, Sorowitz is over here fighting for his life, literally, and his family's. Do you not know about the arson, about the threats against his family? Because now, because he's a billionaire, and then people are just like targeting him. Clara Yube recorded him without him knowing. I think that he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take a sabbatical. Then you have like denying plaintiff similar and same opportunities as compared to her white non-Muslim co-workers. See, this I would be totally for, except that you join. Like, this is like the context matters. If this happened at Walmart, oh my gosh. If this happened at Target, holy crap, the freak no. But this is a Baha'i workplace. Just like a Christian organization will help the advancements of Christians, a Baha'i faith workplace will certainly prefer employees that are Baha'i, because the whole purpose of your employment is to uphold certain values. And this is where you need to be careful when entering a workplace that has a faith that is different than yours. You need to look at the terms and conditions very carefully. Does it include that they will have like events that are based on their faith that you have to attend? Do you need to discuss all these things up front if you can? And if not, then ask questions. Visit HR. What does it entail? I worked 4 years at a Christian university, and not once did anybody question, why are we encouraged to attend chapel, and why are we encouraged to pray? Why are we encouraged to take free classes? Like, free classes were available to us from time to time, but they were faith-based. Nobody obligated us to do anything, but those resources were available. Why? Why are they encouraging it? Because it's a Christian university? So yeah, it's kind of tricky. Look, I'm going to continue reading, and we shall see, like, all depends on the evidence, right? Like, we need to, like, know more about this before forming an opinion on this. But then, this one, like, got me. I was like, what? Because in the statement of fact, she's like, having plaintiff evaluate grants and fund giving using race and religion as criterion. Wait, what was her title? Did she not have to disperse any, did she not read the terms and conditions? Did she not work dispersing the funds, or did she just give orders? Did she not have to deal with the nuances of scholarships and grants, dispersing those funds? Because let me tell you, I was a scholarship coordinator at a Christian university, and you receive funds for certain things, and they are only dispersed for those things, nothing else. You have to evaluate said grants and fund giving based on race and religion as criterion. That's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works with private organizations, charities. Wayfarer is a Baha'i faith-based place. So Baha'i people will donate, and they want Baha'i people to get this money, and it's specifically for Baha'i people. And then they will raise more funds and have more funds, and like, who else can we give to? Then we can give to this other person. Then we can give to this other person. If there is no stipulation in funds received that is like it has to be for certain thing, it has to be for another thing, then you can make those funds available for, and evaluate and see like who else can get a scholarship. That's different. We need context on this. What were the funds given? Were they raised by Steve Sorowitz? Was he giving this money away? Was it his money? If he was his own money channeled through, like he gave a certain amount, he can stipulate, hey, I want this particular person. Yes. There's like ways to do it. It's tricky because there are like, and I can't misspeak here. Like, it's very tricky, and it has to be done like through organizations and stuff like that. That's exactly what the Wayfarer Foundation is for. We have to see, like, was the money raised from Baha'i people? Because, see, let's say that you work at the Hispanic Heritage Fund. Like, that is geared towards Hispanics, right? So do you really think that they're going to be giving scholarships and grants to Caucasian people and stuff? Or is it going to go to Hispanic people? I don't know. You tell me. How does that work? Like, if you have a scholarship that is specific for African Americans, and that is a requirement, can you apply as a Caucasian? Is Wayfarer going to be interested in giving scholarships and grants to specifically to Muslims, or are they geared towards Baha'i? The thing is, like, if you were working at a charity that is different, like a different charity, like a neutral, non-faith based, it's entirely like, this is us and you have to check it out. Right? But whenever it's like a faith-based organization geared to raising funds for said faith, for people of the same faith, you're like, here, like, I don't know. Are we going to sue the Hispanic Heritage Fund for not giving money to Caucasian people? This is what it sounds to me like, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not a lawyer. We shall see, but this feels like targeted, in my opinion. Allegedly. I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory at this point, but this can't be a coincidence, guys. It literally is like weaken the enemy and coming at sideways. Ever since Shapiro, I mean, there's just, and yes, some of it predates Blake Lively joining, but not Wayfarer having the rights of It Ends With Us. I think it's related. But I've told you in other videos, whatever. Just don't mind me. All opinions, all alleged, but tell me what you think about this new lawsuit. I don't know enough, but this is going to be an ouch. This is going to be an ouch for Wayfarer because of the age. Like, basically, it's like checking all the boxes, literally. This is like fast-tracked for the EOC because of age, because of race, because of religion. However, one thing that this lady is not counting, I don't know how it's not computing, is that this is a faith-based organization. She willingly joined a faith-based organization, just like Blake Lively chose, of all studios and all productions that she could have joined, she chose Wayfarer as Baha'i faith. She can't be complaining about, like, oh, they're too Baha'i. I don't know, I mean, she can complain, but it just sounds really off to me.